It has been a hectic week for those living under these axes. Some have had to reschedule important appointments, and some could not even take their children to school. No thanks to the road construction from Isheri North down to Arepo axis. Not even the presence of the traffic officials could abate the gridlock. This has brought untold hardship to the people of Mowe-Ibafo and Arepo communities, as it has crippled business activities.
It's been challenging for people coming from Lagos to Ibafo. Sometimes they've had to sleep on the road. It's also slowed down business for many.
Sleep on the road because for the hold up.
We thank the government for this road construction. We know it will eventually be good. However, we've had some difficulty. There have been gridlock. People coming from Lagos down to Mowe have had hard times. We know we need to endure, but the government should help us.
The FRSC core Marshal is still here with us, Boboye Oyeyemi, taking questions. The construction work, do you think that there's any way we could have avoided the traffic situation? Is there anything, could we have prepared, say, alternative routes in preparation for the construction work that was going to go on along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway?
At the commencement of the construction, the government announced the 3 alternate routes. Ikorodu Road, Ikorodu, Shagamu, Ijebode, Lekki Epe.
Those are very long roads. I mean, they're really, really long alternative routes.
Then the Abekuta, Ocha, Ifo, Abekuta Road. You see, when the road is under construction, the first thing is to do traffic enlightenment, to alert the public. And we just have, like the Honorable Minister said, by next year the pains will be over. We have to bear these pains. We want this road to be constructed. We want this road to be rehabilitated. Then we need to bear this. And if we can imbibe traffic guidance, I think it will be much better. What's from the analysis you've seen, it has to do with lawlessness. You are moving, there's a gridlock, traffic is crawling. Why don't you just 15, 20, 30 minutes to get out of it? Then everybody's attempting to pull over and facing oncoming traffic, and then we get a standstill. This is what we have been re-echoing all the times, traffic lawlessness, and we need the patience of road users to comply with this. Now, everything is locked up. We have to unlock it again. That is what we've been doing since yesterday. Even when the crash occurs, a lane was open at the other side. If everybody has complied, we'll have to do it. So I'm moving to Lagos. I have to sort out this. And within the next 2 days, I think we get out of it.
Let's talk to Chamberlain, who is representing those in the heat of this matter right now. Chamberlain, questions from you?
Representing those in the heat, nice one. But yes, Mr. I was just wondering, this morning, I know that a lot of people had a tough shift yesterday on that stretch of road, including your men alongside several other officials. But as at this morning, I mean, so many people get up real early to hit the road, but there wasn't that much presence of road safety officials or traffic officials to ensure that, look, the road is clear now, no one should apply the one way, because that's what was happening again today. Why weren't your men as much today as they were yesterday?
As I'm talking to you now, I've redeployed all the personnel along the critical unit commands to Lagos-Ibadan. And the transloading was completed yesterday. By 1 a.m. this morning, the road was free. I can tell you this authoritatively. And there's not been any further crash. What we are witnessing is just high traffic density. The personnel are on the road now. The zonal commanding officer for Lagos, the sector commander, all the unit commanders, all the personnel have been relocated until further notice. And I myself, once I finish here, I will be relocating to Lagos. And we have to really ensure we reroute the traffic, especially of these trucks. the tankers, trailers, and trucks to take alternate routes so that we can have the kind of reprieve a little bit. And that was the first announcement when the construction commenced. And with the pay, we just have to bear a little bit of these pains when this construction is going on. The Honorable Minister has assured Nigerians that by next year this will be over. So, and when the road, this is the dry season now, the construction companies needs to fast track. They are working day and night now. The long bridge is shut down now to enable the major work to be done. We are only contained with one on the other side of the road. We need to. That means there is a kind of reduction of it, and we need to do traffic rerouting. That was what has been done. We need to bear the pains and replanning our program. The personnel are there, but when you have lawlessness and people are facing oncoming traffic and are causing a locked-up, then it becomes a major problem. As we are trying to solve the problem, you still see some people trying to play a fast game and blocking the other side of the road. Where do we go from there? What we need is just to be patient and to seek for more understanding. This is not the time to be bullying people. There's more of traffic management. And we need the support of all the road users to get it right at this time. The pains will soon be over, but please let us cooperate as we are rerouting, as we are directing the traffic. This is a critical situation that all hands must be on there. Now, I appreciate all this enlightenment. I appreciate all these traffic situations, but Nigerians in Lagos needs to show a great understanding and take alternate routes to enable this construction be done. And the next thing is that everything will soon be over.
Well, this one of our viewers here says the alternative routes are also very bad. This is from Olajide Bumi, who says Ikorodu, Ogijo, Shagamu is bad, Ifo, I think this is Papa as well, is also bad. You know, so
you can take Songwater, Ifo, Abekuta. The road is at least is good, is fair enough. Then those are the three alternatives.
I know, but only recently also our correspondent Chris Lems also did a focus on that Songwater axis, you know, where we understand that one of the boulders there had fallen over and, you know, killed some people because of also the bad road. And the roads there were also very were affected by the rains, and we're also in very bad shape.
We're in the dry season now. Mobilization has been done by governments to fix all this. And don't forget, we are moving towards the end of the year. Traffic is increasing, and now we're in the dry season. Government is trying to fix some of these roads to make it more motorable. This I can confirm with what is going on. I think within the next few weeks we see some palliatives on these roads to make it more motorable. But now these are the three alternatives.
The reason I ask this is, did we check these alternative routes to ensure that they were actually usable? They were serviceable before we declared them alternatives? They
are usable, but even though there are some, it's not that the road is really bad entirely. Some sections are bad. You pass through, you are coming, the sections of the roads are bad. You just manage it and you continue. The government is striving now to make sure that it meets its demand on fixing the road. And when the dry season now, a lot of work is going on now, not only in Lagos axis, but all over the country. And we must show appreciation of the efforts of the government despite the limited resources. It's critical, but it has to be done.
Do you think that, you know, FRSC could have anticipated that things like this will happen? Because in situations where you have, you know, heavy traffic jams, you find those people who would, you know, majority of people will stay in their lanes. Right. But you will find those who would, you know, veer off the lanes, crawl out of the lanes, and it would seem that lead other people astray, because the moment they see that one or two persons have left and, you know, are moving ahead, you find that you know, the chances that other people would leave that lane because they don't want to be seen as stupid will also increase. Yes, you smile, but the truth of the matter is, before you know what's happening, that lane is blocked. But if there were, for instance, officials there, you know, deterring people from even trying to move off their lanes, do you think that situations like this could have been averted?
That was what I raised the other time. Sometimes we experience the convoy drivers. When the convoy drivers break such rules, then we have a gridlock. That is when the traffic is locked up. And other people will follow. And by the time you want to restore normalcy, it takes a longer time. So we just have to be firm. We're doing our best on this. And that is what the situation we find when you have a traffic gridlock and somebody just pull over and others starts following. Then you need to halt it. By the time you halt it, you experience this. That is the lawlessness we're talking about. We need to improve on our attitude. We need a major attitudinal change towards obedience to traffic rules and regulations. That is the major problem we are having. Because if you experience that traffic challenges and everybody keeps to their lanes, you observe that within 20-25 minutes, we are out of it. Maybe an extra 10-15 minutes, in addition to your time, you are off. But when some lawless people comes and just cause this chaotic situation, it becomes a burden again. And that is one thing we normally contend with during this season. But we need more understanding and restraint of all these, the bullion drivers, of all these convoy drivers to please show more understanding and let us please, for goodness sake, comply with the traffic rules and regulations. It's saddening when we see this, but we just need to continue to enlighten the public and take it up as appropriate. I'm worried about this.
Let's talk to Chamberlain.
Well, one of the things that we observed is that those who left that part of the road, who had some experience, maybe leaving work or going home, and then they got home or left that area at about, say, 4, 5, 6, even up until 7, they got home with the mindset that there was gridlock. And on getting up early today, they will have that same mindset, many of them, if they haven't updated the information that they had. So when they hit the road this morning, that's why you see so many of them applying the one-way route. Now, your men, I think that there needs to be a lot more communication at the point wherein maybe from 7-Up and Berger, those are some of the 2 key areas where people enter the one-way route, thinking it was the same scenario as of yesterday. Your men were not there this morning to ensure that people don't apply that one way. We didn't see them there when we applied those routes.
But if you observe, with the transloading completed at 12 midnight, there was no obstruction, there was no any other crash along the road. But it was just the heavy traffic. And like you said, because the gridlock has been, all the obstructions have been removed, the road was free from 1 a.m. I don't expect a road users to now have that kind of thinking of yesterday that the road was blocked to start taking one way and cause another chaotic situation this morning. We've made use of the traffic and radio traffic station, and we've been able to enlighten people. Even when this incident occurred at 4:45 a.m. yesterday morning, the first thing we did was to contact traffic radio, and continuous announcement was made on the alternative. And this one we are talking about now, Suleiman, it has to do with the urban traffic. Before we had the problems on the major highways, and the focus is on the Lagos-Ibadan, which we have deployed our personnel. 7-Up is not part of the expressways, but the unit command at Ojota gave me the information that there was not much problem there. But from what you have said now, I've seen that there are some problems because of the inkling of yesterday that there's bound to be another gridlock, people trying to do this and cause much problem. I think we just have to face reality and ensure that we show more great understanding of road users to make sure that they comply with the traffic rules and regulations. It just has to do with the lawlessness, and it makes one sad when you experience this. If a simple compliance with the traffic rules and regulations will have sufficed in respect of this. But again, we need to be hard now, and I've given that directive. Everybody is on the road now, and I assure Nigerians that we put in our best. I'm going back to Lagos now, and I will ensure within the next 48 hours